So, if you're ever in Madison, Wisconsin, and you want to know how to get there to the police department, you come to the city hall, and it's clearly posted right there. All right, let's find out why Ryan Peschek charged me with disorderly conduct for calling. On the police report it says threats, but in my face he told me I called somebody a black faggot. So that means you have to. It's illegal calling somebody a black faggot. It's an illegal offense. I don't think it's. Well, I know it's not illegal. All right. Oh, this is a property room. Hey, do you know where the police department is?
Yeah, if you go down this hallway and on the right, it'll say Madison Police District just around the corner.
Got it. So, if calling somebody a black faggot is not illegal unless you harass that person. So unless you follow that person everywhere they go, you can't claim that calling them, name calling is not illegal. So no matter what you call somebody, it's a freedom of speech. What you can't do is follow that person everywhere they go and continue to call them the same name. That's illegal. That's called harassment and is not protected free speech.
I have a question on the fishboard, because parking, it can be parking paid here or no?
So I guess they just told me this guy got here quickly to waste your time, and because you only have 25 minutes, but I could care less. I'll just leave and come back.
A fishboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can only do if it's a city of Madison.
Okay.
So, what was I gonna say? So if you're really, so the guy came to my house, told me I called somebody a name that is illegal to call them, but I just got the police report 2 days ago, last week Friday, and I Googled everything that the officer wrote to determine if it was illegal, and every internet site was telling me that you are allowed to call people names, no matter what name it is, because it's a protected activity. It's a matter of free speech. It doesn't matter. You can call anybody any name in the world. The states within the country can't decide what words are offensive. That's not up to the states. The Supreme Court decided that they determine what words are offensive, and the only offensive words are fighting words. Those words aren't protected. Harassment is not protected, and there's like 6 different other things that aren't protected. But name calling is protected. So you can call people names. You can make people feel bad. That's not illegal. You have a right to hurt somebody's feelings, but you don't have the right to harass people. You don't have the right to make them feel like they can't get away from you. So this officer broke the law for a gay person. So a gay kid called him and complained and told him several lies to make the case worse, and he decided to break the law for that child, for that young adult. Hi, my name is John. I am coming down here to speak to someone. I don't know if it's a police officer or a sergeant or someone who has control over other officers. I don't know.
If you want to try our central district, you'll go out the doors behind you, kind of follow the hall to the left, and it'll zigzag around a little bit. Look for the sign that says Central District.
Oh, what is this called?
Here you can pay parking tickets or request records.
Oh, the wrong place.
Yeah.
All right, I thought this was a police.
Behind you, and then to the left.
This way.
Yep. You'll look for the sign that says Central District. It's kind of zigzags around a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it says police department on the window, so I thought.
Yeah, we're just a little bit of police department stuff.
Oh. Oh, Central District. Okay. All right. So let's find out. All right, here we go. Gay people work here. The gay community think they're powerful. Oh, look at Super Detective. Acting all tough. Some type of display of dominance. Hello. My name is John, and I came down here to talk to a sergeant or somebody who knows how the Madison Police Department feels about officers who charged people with a crime. They did not. Well, I recently learned the disorderly conduct I received was not supposed to be charged. I guess I learned that name calling is protected free speech. So you have to harass somebody to lose your protection. So you have to follow somebody, constantly surround, be in a small area with that person by circumstance. So if you go to school with that person, you go to work with that person, you choose to stalk that person to harass them, then you lose protected free speech of name calling. And I think he charged me for calling somebody the F word, the FAGG word, and he told me that was illegal. And I Googled and I found out that calling somebody that name is not illegal. It's still, name calling is not an offensive word.
Did you want to discuss the nature of you being charged?
Yeah, with a sergeant and get the Madison Police Department's state opinion,
Sure.
A police officer's opinion.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay. I'm not gay. And this girl, if anybody who points their butt at you is in the gay community.
Okay, either one? Okay. Okay, I'll see if I can find someone to speak with you.
Okay.
Can I get your name?
John. My name is John.
Do you have your case number by chance?
Oh, I do. It's on my phone, but my phone's recording. It's 0 Yeah, I don't have it.
Well, would you be comfortable giving me your name and date of birth?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
John Lattimore.
How do you spell that?
Lattimore is Lattimore.
And what's your date of birth?
012191.
Okay. Do you know when this arrest or charge would have happened?
4 months ago.
4 months ago?
I just got the police report from you guys from the records department 2 days ago. So
Okay.
that's why it took me so long to complain about the officer.
I'm gonna find the case number and then I'll see if someone from PSNIA is available to speak with you.
Okay, who's PSI?
It's professional standards.
Oh.
Criminal investigations.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll have our officer in charge, Lieutenant Perez.
All right.
Speak with you if that's okay.
Okay, cool.
Do you want me to find a case number or?
Yeah.
He doesn't have one available. I can look it up.
Okay. Yeah, that work.
All right.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
All right. I got a question for you. So, 4 months ago, I was charged with disorderly conduct by Officer Ryan Pashek.
Okay.
And he told me that calling somebody a black... Well, he didn't give me details. He didn't... I asked him multiple times why was he charging me with disorderly conduct. He said, I'm not going to give you information. And later I learned that it was because he didn't want me to sway the conversation in any direction while he was serving the citation. But I also knew that
He was serving you with the citation?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't want me to defend. Well, there's a good chance what he called swaying the conversation is what somebody else would call defending yourself to lead. Well, defending yourself against whatever they claimed you did. So I think he he used bad word choice purposefully later. But anyways, so he told me I was charged with disorderly conduct for a very small reason. I mean, for very little detail, with very little details. He said I called somebody a black faggot, And then he
He
told
said that you said that to somebody?
yes.
Okay.
And I that was 4 months ago, and I guess at the end of the what happened after that? He told me I did that, and I believe he was right. I believe that if you called somebody that name, it was illegal. So when he told me that and he charged me for it, I immediately believed that he was telling the truth. That you can't call somebody that name or you would be cited for it. I think I heard it in the news somewhere or just word of mouth, you know. But I finally got the police report on Friday.
Okay.
I asked for it 2 days after he served me the citation.
Sure.
And I was told I'd get an email or notice that his description of events would be available for me.
In the police report.
Yeah, and the police report. But I never got that notice. I had to come downtown and get it requested in person. And I just got the police report on Friday. And I read it. And I noticed that there were like more than a few things that weren't true.
Okay.
And then I Googled that I was actually, calling somebody a fag, is it illegal? And I looked at this American Bar Association webpage, and they had a specific case for name calling, and with the use of the word fag, because I'm sure people across the country have used that word multiple times, and somebody has complained, and somebody has determined that it's not. Well, they eventually made a case of it, and in that case, they determined. Well, they discussed whether or not it was illegal.
Okay.
So name calling.
You want to continue the conversation out here?
No, it's fine. Oh, because she's coming.
Yeah. Are you coming in here or there?
I'm here to use the
Oh, okay,
I
sure.
But you'd have to let me in, I don't have access.
Oh, you're here to use.
The knifing machine,
Oh, okay. For the training or something?
I'm already trained,
I
but
got
yes,
it.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So, anyways, I learned that name calling is not illegal. It doesn't matter. The states don't have the authority to determine what words are offensive. The Supreme Court decided that the only words that we use, that the only people that are going to decide what's offensive is us. And we decided that fighting words are the only offensive words that the states can use to take someone's protected free speech from them. So if you use fighting words or any words that cause potential violence, the states can take your right to free speech from you and charge you with a crime that they determine fits what you said or did. So name calling is one of the things that they specifically said is allowed. You can't get mad that somebody called your name. You can't get mad that your feelings are hurt. You can't get mad and then charge somebody with a crime. That's illegal. That's a federal law violation. You can't charge somebody.
Do you have a question for me that I'm...
Oh, my point is, what is the Madison Police Department? How does this Madison Police Department? Well, I mean, everything I just said should give you a big idea of where I'm getting. The question is, the law, the officer violated law, so he wasn't supposed to charge me with name calling, and it took me 4 months to learn that. You can't charge somebody for calling somebody a fag. It is illegal. It is protected free speech, and it specifically says harassment. Well, calling somebody a name is not illegal. You can't charge somebody with because your feelings were hurt, and the officer did that. So the question is, how does the Madison Police Department feel about protecting people's civil rights and their right to call people names that are protected under the First Amendment?
Well, I'm not going to get into a discussion about that specific topic. Do you have a question reference to the investigation that you're here for? As far as like the details in the report or the actions of the officers?
Yeah.
If you would like to file a complaint against that officer, we can get you connected with our internal investigations department.
Okay.
And they can look into all those things that you're discussing.
Okay, so
would you like to do that?
You guys don't give statements about civil rights or?
I'm not providing a statement today on that at this very moment.
Okay, cool. And then that's cool.
But it sounds like you have concerns or questions about the report,
because
and I'm offering you a way for that to get looked at, and that's with our internal investigation.
Oh,
And I can grab your name and number.
I gave it to her. I gave the lady the report. The what do you call it? I gave the woman my name and the
one right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so you guys don't give statements about civil rights or whether or not they're protected.
I'm saying I'm not.
Okay. And so what happens when an officer charges someone with the crime they did not commit, and within the Madison Police Department?
Well, once someone's arrested and a crime has been charged, then those charges are referred to the district attorney's office, and they make a determination on which charges.
Yeah, but then it's ultimately the officer still held accountable for his for the citation.
And I don't know all the probable cause. I don't know the report. I don't know all the details. All I hear is what you're telling me.
Right, but that's what he said. That's what he said.
Right, and you're asking me questions. That I don't have answers for.
Hypothetically speaking,
I'm not getting into hypotheticals.
Okay.
I don't. There's no real good reason to get into hypothetical because facts matter and investigations and details of those investigations.
I didn't come here to lie to you.
I didn't say such.
Yeah.
I am giving you an option if you want to file a complaint or anything with the officer.
Yeah.
The option to do that is present.
All right.
I'm willing to take your name and phone number and contact our internal investigations.
Yeah, I gave her my name and my date of birth. That should be good. I will file I filed a complaint online. I went to your website.
Oh, you already did that.
I filed a complaint. I told them that the man charged me with a crime that was illegal. Like I learned 4 months later, it is absolutely illegal to charge somebody with name calling unless that person is harassing the other person so much they feel like they can't escape the name calling. Then you can charge them with whatever crimes you feel. But name calling all by itself, no matter what the word is protected free speech. And you have a right to do that. And the officer knew it, and he decided to protect this kid who was in the gay community because he complained to him about me. And
again, I don't know all the details of the investigation. I am hearing what you're telling me. And it sounds like you've already taken steps to file a complaint against the officer.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything further that myself or anybody here at the window can do for you today.
Okay.
That's
cool. No, I just wanted the Madison Police Department's point of view or representative. Like you're good enough. You look like you're not a regular police officer, and you know the laws and you know how the police department works better than most people. So I'll take your.
Well, I'll appreciate that. I don't know.
Well, you got the clothes that mean that you got out of uniform and you rose. You have experience. So if you can't tell me anything, that's fine. That's all I came for is your perspective, and I guess I got it.
All right.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Is there anything else that you need from any
No,
of these?
I did the internal the complaint process.
Okay.
I'll wait it out and see what you guys finally
so
decide.
there's nothing further you need from me at this moment?
No, I got it. Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
Yep. Holy crap! So they don't admit to being wrong. So Madison Police will not say, "Hey, we were wrong, dude. That is wrong." So that officer is supposed to say, "You're absolutely right. I know the law. I know the law well. I know the law very well. I know that you have free speech protections. And I am so sorry that this officer, Ryan Pashek, charged you with a crime that you weren't supposed to be charged for." And the prosecutor let it happen, and the judge let it happen. It is clearly protected free speech. It doesn't matter. And even if that person was telling the truth and saying that he had a constant experience with you, it's not enough. Occasional name calling does not constitute the level of pervasive. Like in order to feel like you are.
You're not the only one, so there's no reason to feel any shame. You know?
So in order to feel like you are constantly being harassed, that person would have to follow you everywhere you go. So you would have to be followed everywhere you go. Oh crap, this isn't the way. Which way is it? So you'd have to work with that person. Working with that person is a good way to be charged with harassment. Going to school with that person is a good way to be charged with harassment. Living with that person, being in the same apartment complex is a good way to be charged with harassment. Occasionally passing somebody in your neighborhood is not a good way to be charged with harassment. You need something with more a proximity. So, or more, a stronger way to say, hey, this person is not close to me. This person is following me and making me feel like I can't get away from them. So that's a way to be charged with harassment. But I didn't do that. And so no matter what the police report says, it doesn't constitute harassment. And somebody being charged with name calling, the officer should do research first. Hey, how bad is name calling? And what constitutes harassment and disorderly conduct? Inappropriate behavior. Or inappropriate behavior. All right, so I gotta go back in here and go to the courthouse. The courthouse is also in here, and you can go in there and ask them, how do you appeal after the deadline? So I gotta pay again and go back inside. Well, that's crazy, man. No, dude, no, what? All right, so let's get another 25 minutes. All right, let's go. Bingo. All right, so it's approved, 25 minutes. Let's go find out why how to appeal. I think. So technically, police officers are all responsible, all know the law, all have the duty to the community to make them feel safe, make them feel, what do you call it? Have a duty to uphold to make people feel safe. So that officer, whoever he was, should have been like, you are absolutely right, and I want to make you feel safe in the community in Madison, Wisconsin. You know, the only way to do that is to tell you the truth. The truth is that officer was not supposed to charge you with disorderly conduct. That was illegal. All right. Courthouse is all right. I remember. All right. Oh, coffee shop. They have a coffee shop here. Damn. Is the that's just like, hey, is the information desk? Hey, is the courtroom? Oh, municipal traffic, second floor is right there. Thank you. It's supposed to be right there. All right. All right, so yeah, they just told me, my ears, you're mumbling and stumbling, and that means to that officer you're still gay, so he doesn't have to answer any of your questions. That's what they just told me in my ears. When you were talking, the officer didn't have to answer your questions. Because you were mumbling. Or it was hard to understand you. But anyways, like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, there we go. Let's go talk to the court. So, from what I heard, the officer did refuse to acknowledge that the law was broken. And that's not a good cop. That's not what good cops do. Good cops would tell you, hey, man, you're right. That law was broken. Name calling is not illegal. Holy crap. That doesn't look like anybody's here. Oh, it's still illegal. Name calling is illegal. Calling somebody a fag is not illegal. So they just told me in my ears they're gonna work to make sure that you feel uncomfortable. Hello.
What can I do for you?
Hi. I was trying again. Hi. The question I have is, do you know whether or not people can apply after the deadline? I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty speaking, so if you got to bear.
Okay, hold on for just 1 second. Municipal court, can you go, please?
But
Do you have a case with us?
yes, my name is John Lattimore. I don't know the case number.
That's all right. What's your last name?
John Lattimore.
How do you spell it?
Lattimore is spelled Lattimore.
You don't have any cases here with us that are,
In the past,
okay, there's a disorderly conduct?
yes, that case.
Okay, and what are we doing with it?
So I just learned 2 days ago that what I was charged with was not illegal. It was name calling. And apparently name calling is protected free speech unless you are harassing somebody. And the harassment has to be pervasive. Like,
Okay, are you asking to have this case reopened?
yes.
And you have to fill out this form and you can bring it back here when you're done with it.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, you can have a seat at the table when you bring it back.
All right. So that was easy. Holy crap. All right, I'm gonna fill this out. I just received the police report 2 days ago. And I read it and I read it. I determined after doing research that name calling of all kinds is protected free speech. Now I'm struggling. Someone is using an implant to stop me from writing this as well as I possibly could, from using the words in my memory. So I'm speaking without strength, without the strength of all the books and movies and television or conversations or everything in life you use to speak. I'm speaking without that memory. And the states can't choose which words are offensive. It was left to the Supreme Court. That was left to the Supreme Court. If calling somebody a name, you lose protection. You only lose protection if you are harassing someone so much they can't escape the harassment. I have never seen the victim, the alleged victim, enough to constitute harassment. What? This is my signature. This was an illegal citation. This was a federal law. The officer violated federal laws. The officer violated federal law when he served this citation. Somebody's reading every word to me as I just read. As I just read this, somebody was reading every word to me. They told me to stop reading. If you don't want to hear a voice every time you look at words, stop reading. That's all. And the court is permitted to impose costs on a motion to reopen after making a ruling on whether to grant or deny the motion. So I may be charged to reopen this case, but it's worth it. The officer violated federal laws. He deserves to be, for people to know that.
All right, we'll give this to the judge and then we'll mail you his response.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Yep. So that was easy. All right, how do you get out of here? Use the elevator. All right. Oh, some coffee. Maybe. They just told me you should go get some coffee. Maybe. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. The last button on there will actually take you up. The last button over here will actually take you down. Isn't that funny? People get on the elevator and they wind up. Oh, no, you need to go to the first floor. Crap. I picked the wrong floor. Anyways.
Floor 1, going down.
Yep, this is it. Anyways. All right. All right. So I think I did everything I needed to do. I told the police officer, that's important, that you are supposed to, like tell people, hey, is that right or wrong? And he decided I'm not giving a statement. So they put a twist to the police department. So immediately you learn something. Hey, you learn that the police department doesn't really care about your your rights that much. They care about the city, the view, how people see Madison, or how people see the police department more than they care about protecting your rights. So it's like instead of being police officers, they're being advertisers, or they're advertising, or marketers, or influencing people. They're trying to influence society to think that they never do anything wrong. Well, influence people to believe something. I don't know. Lie to people. They're doing. I guess that's a lie. So if you don't immediately come forward and tell people the truth as an officer, you're hiding. You're a liar. And I learned a long time ago, if you omit the truth, you're a liar. If you don't tell the truth, you're a liar. And since the gravity, there's a lot of gravity, right? There's plenty of gravity in the world. You look good. Somebody just told me, that girl hit on that girl. And then they knew I would refuse. I don't have sex with gay people. And then they told me to rape that girl in my ears. And then they told me she hates you because you won't flirt with her, or you chose not to hit on her. And now she thinks you're a rapist. So if you don't hit on women, if you don't act like you're interested in women, you must be a rapist. That's not true. That's what they just said to me in my ears. But anyways, so police officers are supposed to, it's an implant. Police officers are supposed to tell you the truth. Well, say, hey, man, you have a implant in your, no, I'm sorry. They can say that, but they won't. That officer was not supposed to serve you with a citation for name calling, even for any reason, unless you were harassing that person. But the level of harassment would have to be you following that person everywhere they went, like going to park. If they went to the park, you were there. If they went home, you were there. If you were waiting outside the house, or following them wherever they went to name call them. And so it usually doesn't work unless you guys are stuck in the same place together, like on a school grounds, in the same office, working in the office together. Somewhere where you two are stuck together. That's where you got to be. Somehow to rise to the name, to lose your First Amendment, you have to harass somebody so bad they feel like they can't go anywhere without hearing your opinion of who they are. So if you were to post something on the internet about name calling on the internet could be harassment, because it feels like every time they go on the internet, well, I don't know. That's what somebody in my ears just told me. Name calling on the internet constitutes harassment. But people can escape everything you have to say on the internet. There's a ways to block you, block other people, or not use the same sites. You can go to a different site to get there's a lot of things you can do. But so then they told me so the officer is supposed to I guess essentially tell you that name calling is not illegal. But he didn't do that because that would make Ryan Pashek look criminal. So the police department can't make police officers look bad without getting permission from society, or the community they live in. So instead of admitting that the officer did something illegal, he won't, because it will make the police department untrustworthy. Well, this person did something bad. And if you wanted to build trust in the community, you would admit to it. And people would feel stronger. But then that also means that bad people can't do bad things anymore. So if there was a bad cop in the police department, right? If there was a bad police officer in the police department, now they can't be a bad police officer because they get in trouble right away. People will admit it and tell the community this officer did something bad. Now gay people can't exist in the police department. People who believe in escaping reality, escaping gravity, or escaping the laws of the land to fulfill their purpose. They believe in freedom so much that they don't think the laws justify, well, the laws are, well, these gay people, or who practice their culture, believe that the laws aren't good, well, don't fit their beliefs. They believe they're supposed to do things that they want. They're supposed to have things that they want. They can hurt people if they want to. They can say things if they want to. They can do whatever they want because they don't believe in the law. They don't believe in doing the right thing. So gay people will become police officers so that the wrong thing can happen. Laws aren't followed. So if you're a cop and you arrive to a scene, you pretty much determine how that scene is going to play out. So if a gay community member shows up first, they can pretty much make sure that everything that happens will happen to benefit the gay community. So no law charges are pressed, or your rights are going to be violated. Things that shouldn't happen will happen. And if the police department started telling people right away that this was wrong, then gay people don't have an opportunity to do bad things or break the laws or change or do the things they aren't supposed to do while they're working. So that officer was protecting a gay community member. So the officer was gay. So the person I just talked to in there was also gay, and he was lying to me or protecting another gay police officer. Because a real police officer will walk up to you and tell you, well, not a real police officer, but a heterosexual police officer will walk up to you and tell you the law was broken, your rights were violated, and this is why. I'm a police officer, and I know exactly what's supposed to happen. I know that name calling is not illegal. In fact, I heard about your claim, or no, I know that name calling is illegal. And if what you say is true, then you weren't supposed to be charged with disorderly conduct unless you were constantly following that person and harassing that person. Then your behavior could be considered disorderly because this person is, you don't have protected free speech anymore. You are harassing somebody and you're name calling them, or you're hurting them. Well, your name calling is rising to the level of harassment, and harassment is disorderly conduct. I think they just told me that. They just told me in my ears, harassment is considered disorderly conduct. And if your name calling rises to that level where the person you're harassing can't get away from you, then you can be charged. You can lose your First Amendment protected free speech and be charged with disorderly conduct. But I didn't do that. I never followed this person. I never surrounded this person. I never harassed this person, or said anything to this person enough to constitute losing my First Amendment right to say go fuck yourself. And even if he says I called him, even if what he said was true and I called him a black faggot, then that would mean that person is it would also have to prove I followed him so much he couldn't get away from me, which that didn't happen. And that would be called stalking. He could just call the police and say, this guy is stalking me. He has no reason to be where I go, wherever I go. He is stalking me. So I'd be charged with stalking and disorderly conduct. It'd be multiple charges. The person could just take a picture of me wherever he went, where he was being called names. and I would be charged with stalking. They would call it stalking. So the officer lied and said this stalking occurred when it actually didn't, to constitute harassment. There was no actual stalking. In fact, there was actually I never called this person a black anything. I told him to go fuck yourself every single time he called me gay, or said the word gay, or mouthed the word gay, and decided to, that person just mouthed gay at me. Go fuck yourself! So when I was explaining myself, that man over there looked at me and said, and then looked straight ahead. That's what he just did. They have implants in these people. Holy shit, that dude has an implant. That dude right there has an implant. But anyways, so what I was saying was, no, I'm absolutely positive they put implants in people. I don't know how to come up with the story of an implant and a purpose that fits the gay community as well as I have in the past. To this day, I couldn't tell you how to grow somebody's genitals with an implant. I couldn't tell you how to play with their anus with an implant. I couldn't tell you how to play with their ears with an implant. I couldn't tell you how to talk to somebody with an implant. I couldn't tell you how to flash images in front of somebody's eyes with an implant. I'm not that smart. These things fit gay people. I'm not gay, and I'm not, but someone put an implant in my body to get me to join the gay community. So no, I didn't make this shit up. Somebody else did. And I'm telling. Anyways, what I was saying was, so a good cop would tell you right away, but a gay police officer is going to lie to you to protect another gay person, so they have a chance to scare you into having sex with them, committing violence, or killing yourself. So that's gay people. That's what a gay person does. That's what a gay police officer does. He will harass you, intimidate you, stalk you, do bad things to you for gay people, on behalf of gay people. So if you're a cop and you're gay, what you do is you go to work every day and you figure out how to use your resources to harass somebody. So as soon as you get in your car, you sit down, you start typing things in, you figure out who in the community is hated by gay people. And any chance you get to see them, be around them, you say or do something that's very harassing. But remember, you're dressed as a police officer, so that person can't say or do too much to you in response. So they're going to stand there aggravated and upset with very little to do in response. So they hope that over time, over decades or years of that kind of harassment from police officers, intimidation, aggression, just talking to you like they're not cops sometimes, or doing things to you that cops shouldn't do, they hope that over time you choose violence. You choose to do something violent. So you make that decision because, and then when you show up to the police department to report the crime, another gay community member is going to show up to to protect the other gay officer that just harassed you. So that's it, people. That's what's been happening. It's gay people protecting gay people while they attempt to get people to have sex with them, or to scare other people into having sex with them. So what bad things happen to me can be used to scare other people into having sex with gay people. So if I get killed, the gay community is going to tell everybody, hey, you see what happened to John? John Lattimore was raped, tortured, and murdered, and nobody knows it. And nobody knows that the reason these things happened to him was because, they'll tell the truth. In the community, the truth will be heard, but in the media, the truth will be a black guy murdered by police officers, or a black guy murdered by random shooting downtown Madison, or random shooting in some random neighborhood no cause known. But in the community where people talk to each other freely, they'll know that John Lattimore was raped, tortured, and then murdered by police officers, and they hid it from the public. Well, they didn't hide it from the public. They hid it from history. They kept it out of history. So that's the Madison Police Department. They have gay community members who will rape, torture, and murder people who refuse to have sex with them using a large number of people to protect each other and help each other. So it's never been about race, the color of your skin, or your religion, or anything that we've heard of. So it would be, the reality is that beneath all the harassment for racial purposes or racial causes or religious causes is a desire to change who somebody is. And if they can change who you are over time, maybe they can use those same tools to get you to have sex with them. So somebody's trying to have sex with you and they're using different tools. Well, it's the same tool, but with different color. A different colored tool. So it's like 50 different hammers they can use, but the hammers all have the same purpose. To get you to have sex with them. But the hammers look different. No, that's not the tool I don't want to mention. They just told me you just related. You're thinking about Donna Hammer, or if Donna Hammer watches this, she's gonna say you were thinking about it. That's what they just did. They used implants to remind me of a specific tool, and the tool was a hammer. So that if she watches this video, they will say you were thinking about her or talking about her. But they just use an implant to get me to think of that specific tool. But anyways, the point is, you're using racism, religion, hate to get somebody to have sex with you, to prove a point. So they just told me we hate straight people. These gay people just use an implant to tell me they hate straight people. And they have, for hundreds of years, used tools to hurt straight people who refuse to have sex with gay people. And they've been lying and hiding it. They just told me they've been lying and hiding it for years. For hundreds of years. And that they've gotten better at what they do. They use implants now. I refuse to have sex with gay people. And they use implants to rape people. Now they use implants. So they used to lie. They used to just kill people and nobody would know why. So people just did whatever they were told because they were afraid that if they didn't, they'd be killed and nobody would ever know why. And that's the same thing that's happening now. So hundreds of years ago, people would start dying and disappearing and nobody would know why. And they just did what they're told. So they would have sex with gay dudes. They'd have anal sex because they heard bad things happen to people who didn't. And they don't know how or why. Go fuck yourself! They don't know how or why. So, I'm telling that gay people have found a way to hurt people with implants. And they work in police departments so that they can continue to hurt like guys like me. I'm a small dude. I have no money. I have no credit. Well, I have no money. I have no. So, because I have no money, I have no friends, I have no family, I have nothing of service. Well, nothing I can use to keep myself. Nothing I can use to stay well protected. You know what I mean? So normally, gay people have to. I'm an easy target. So if you're gay and you want to pick a target out, you don't pick somebody who has friends or family because his car will be full of people. So if you're flashing your car lights at him, if you are doing inappropriate things to him, if you're flashing your car lights at him, if you are flashing your car lights at him, if you're calling him names, if you are intimidating him and his vehicle is full of people, it is impossible. It is impossible to get away with that because his friends are going to tell everybody, hey, somebody is flashing their car lights at you. Somebody is calling you a fag or telling you to be gay or mouthing the words, you're gay, as you walk past them. So if this car was full of people, everybody would realize that. Oh, I guess, everybody the people in your car would be a witness. So it's easier to target people who have no friends, who have no money, so they can't buy tools to keep themselves safe, and who have no money, no tools, no family, easy targets, and nobody knows they exist. So I am very unknown. Well, I'm known, but no one has to admit that they know who I am, right? They're not obligated to tell people, oh yeah, I know who he is. They can lie. Lying is a freedom as much as telling the truth. And some people use their freedom to lie. You have to force them to admit, or they can continue to lie. They can just, I'm not going to tell the truth. And whatever you do, you do. I don't care. I have a freedom to lie. I'm going to exercise it. So, they have that freedom. Gay people have the freedom to lie, and they can protect each other by using more gay people. It's very easy to lie, and it's very easy to get away with lying. If you use a large group of people, like to lie. So, let me get some coffee. I love going everywhere, new places, to grab coffee. I think the coffee this way. So anyways, hello. So anyways, gay people like to lie about oh shit, he is gay. So, like I was saying, gay people will lie about who you are, what they know about you. Oh, so you check yourself out. Hello. Oh, you gotta check yourself out. Coffee and creamer in the cooler. $3 for coffee? Let's get a small coffee. But yeah, that's what happens in police departments. You lie. Oh, you protect each other. And usually the only people doing that are gay people. Straight people won't do it. It's called advertisement. Gay advertisement. They know who you are, and they know to sexually harass you with advertisement. Because you get mad. Hopefully, now that you realize you told the truth, that everyone knows the truth, if we do it longer now, are you going to get mad and do something violent? I'm going to keep telling. This is stupid. You just wasted my... Oh, and in the end, they're satisfied because, so I'm 34 years old now. So somehow these orders got perfectly aligned. Oh, somebody knew I'd come here and get some coffee. They just told me they've been planning for days now that you would come here and get coffee. So they had the perfect number of people come here to order food to make sure the numbers that showed up were your last birthday, your last date, your last age, and your current age. Oh, help me. Oh, that's pretty cool.
And there's creamer in the cold case if you need it on the bottom.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw the words.
How many cups we got left over there?
A few.
Oh, they're pretty good.
True coffee roasters and Medium roast, dark roast. Let's go with the medium roast. The dark roast, man, it has me. You gotta sit down for that. You gotta take a while and relax a little bit. The dark roast. All right, I'm gonna make some coffee quick. Wow, that's strong. Coffee. This coffee is very strong. But anyways, like I was saying. So we got half and half. Creamer, get a little bit of coffee. All right, you get a lid, and you get out of here. I think. Oh, here's a napkin. Clean up a little bit. Clean up after yourself. If you make a spill, clean it up. Clean it up. But yeah, that's gay people, man. They will do or say something to you to get you mad and then act stupid. Because they know their history. The history of your life. This particular person's life experiences only require very small, little things at a time. So you don't have to be blatant, you don't have to be outspoken. You can just do a little tiny gesture, and somebody who has learned the significance of your gesture could get aggravated by it. So, yeah, that's easy. It's very easy to hurt people if you know their history. So if you know who someone is, you can hurt them very easily, or with little to no effort. Those are gay people. They harass you for years so that one day you will have sex with them. Holy shit, it's stupid. You wasted someone's life to force them to have sex with you. To hear bad things about life. I don't either. But we gotta stop this gay community culture that's been going on for centuries. This gay community culture that's been going on for centuries to hurt people for no purpose other than sex. We are so valuable. We as human beings are incredibly valuable. And to torture and rape somebody for sex diminishes our value. To put implants in people diminishes our value. So nobody on earth should be, and this stupid ass shit, I hate that shit too. These first student cockroaches keep showing up to intersections as soon as when I do. Go fuck yourself! So that keeps happening all the time. These first student cockroaches. Every time I say or do something intelligent, shortly after I'll see one of those cockroach-loving trucks coming through an intersection. Anyways, like I was saying, gay people do bad things, and they hurt people for sex, and then they protect each other using other gay people. So now, instead of just arresting one person, you have to arrest 2 people or maybe 3 people, because and that makes the arrests harder to make, because if people knew that more officials more officials had to be arrested, they wouldn't want to make the arrest because now society looks bad. So for the sake of the value of our society, they won't stain it. These people who are supposed to have strength, this building is supposed to represent strength, like belief in being civilized, or strength in gravity, meaning we are valuable, we have value. But the people inside the building are torturing and raping people with implants and then lying to other people about it and protecting each other. So the building loses value because the life choices of the people inside the building don't reflect the gravity of the building, the importance or the message that's being given off. So the Madison City Hall is a nice looking building. It's supposed to tell anybody who came to Madison that we have strength, we are strong. But if you have police officers writing citations because their feelings are hurt, you have a group of people who aren't that strong, who are weak and will do bad things to people. And then you have another officer who's supposed to be stronger, who has more experience, who has a higher authority, who's supposed to be stronger, who's afraid to admit that this lower officer broke the law because of an illusion. He has to protect an illusion of strength. So to protect the illusion that Madison is strong, this officer has to lie about something someone did that was illegal. So you have weak people in a strong building. And I'm not going to lie to people about it. I'm just going to tell people the truth. That's a cockroach. Those are two cockroaches. I just met two cockroaches. So he decided to protect another cockroach. One cockroach protected the other cockroach. Those are cockroaches. I came here to improve. I came here to get as strong as I possibly could, and I did. I did it. I learned how to escape death. Well, to not die. Well, for a long time. Eventually, I will die. But if I get stronger, if I advance weightlifting, I won't die for a very, very long time. I mean, a really, really long time. That's the only way to get closer to immortality is by advancing weightlifting. So I would have strength. I wouldn't fall for illusions. Or I would, if I represented the people in that building, in this building over here, I would never say or do anything that didn't make people feel safe. I'm strong. And I guess gay people represent the weakness of our society. They will say and do things to other people that don't uphold our values. Or don't tell people how valuable humans are. That's the reality of the gay community. They are the embarrassment of our civilization. And they don't care. In fact, they just don't care. I think they don't care. They really, they for some reason, they want us to look bad, to be bad, or to see. They hate the gravity. They hate reality. They don't like reality. Gay community members hate reality. So they'll do and say anything that contradicts reality. So this building represents strength. So what a gay person will do is walk in there and be as weak as possible. They have a job, they have a gun on their waist, they have a badge. They will do whatever. They pretty much are confused, because if people knew how weak they were, how much they shouldn't be in that building, especially as a police officer, that person would be fired, right? Or I guess it's like you can't do something very well, but you have a job that tells people you do something very. I don't know. I can't. For some reason, I have the implants. These people are using the implant to not let me tell you, and to give you a good example. But you're supposed to have strength, right? It's like you were pretending. You are constantly pretending you are somebody you're not, right? So a gay community member who's a police officer is constantly confused, right? I have a job that I'm supposed to uphold the law, but I don't do that. I will not do that. I told myself the whole time I was in the academy, and the whole time I was growing up, I will not do my job. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to help anybody. I'm not going to help nobody. So the gay person who actually has a job as a cop is probably like, having, like, laughing. Well, it's a joke. Being a police officer is a joke to them. And someone complaining to them is also funny because they're thinking, well, if I'm a cop and I don't take it seriously, why the hell are you complaining to me about anything? Why do you even come in here to say anything to me? All right, I gotta think. Now I'm thinking. Now I gotta think of a way to get you to go away. I gotta get you out of here. Get you away from here. And that's where you hear all the nonsense when the cops start talking and telling you things that aren't supposed to happen. That's a gay person. That's a gay community member. I don't know. I guess they've been telling on themselves too for years as well. They might be tired of this shit. It's boring. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. And I guess for our generation, we learn very quickly. So for them, 30 years may feel like a lifetime. So if I've been a cop for 5 years and I've been fucking people over or not helping anybody and I've been getting paid every day, I pretty much don't take it seriously anymore. And I don't take my job seriously. So a gay community member who's a police officer would stop as no longer takes their job seriously. I wouldn't either. I would not take my job seriously if I was a gay community member. Right? It's a joke. Right? They just have to look good. So they come to work, they dress right, appropriately. They have to look good for society, but they don't have to do the right thing. Okay? That's up to public opinion. What is the right thing to do? So if a bunch of people have an old opinion or the wrong opinion, you can change the actions of any police officer. You can say, hey, I don't think it's that bad. When in reality, it was bad. You can't do that. But like I said, these gay people took over the most important places in our city, and now they decide life for people like me, small people. People who don't have sex with gay people or who don't do what they're told. Well, don't do what the gay community likes to see. So if you do what they want to see, if you do what gay people like to see, you won't have to have sex with them. But if you don't like what they want you to do, you're in trouble. So not only do you can't just not have sex with them, and you can't just not do what they want you to do. You have to do a lot of things in order to not be harassed, tortured, or intimidated by gay people who work in police offices, who work as city officials, who work in the hotels, who work wherever you work. You have to do what they want or you'll have bad life experiences. That's the gay community. That's what gay people do. So, and then they protect each other. Well, they got here first. They decided to do something before anybody else decided to do it. They decided to take control of the important places throughout the country where people have authority to decide what happens to other people. So if you get here first, you take these positions and you make sure you stay in those positions, you can ensure that the same bad things continue to happen to people all over Madison. All over the country. So gay people got here first, and or that's what they claim. in the country, and now they're taking over. Well, they're deciding fates. They're torturing and raping people with implants and deciding people's fates. Like it's a joke. They think it's a joke. The gay community believes it's a joke. Their jobs are a joke. Your life is a joke. You have no value. You're not that important. Go fuck yourself! You're not that important. Horrible things. They have a horrible opinion of humanity's, the value of mankind. And if they truly knew, they wouldn't have done bad. They wouldn't do bad things to people. They'd have incredible value. I don't know. Somebody fucked up, and someone's using the implant to stop me from talking to you guys as well as I can. So you're gonna have to work with what I'm saying to make sense of it. The gay people. The gay people. They're gay people. They're rapists, and they use each other to protect each other. Gay people. I'm pretty sure that woman just walked past and said, "Oh, that's a rapist." When I turned around, that they're harassers. So it's like put up a mirror. So everything you hear about me is who. I'm sorry. They just told me to say that. So every comment you hear about me, that is who the other person is. So if people don't tell you I'm smart. Well, I'm not sorry to say, people call me a rapist, call me gay. That's who they are. That's who they are, literally. Anybody who walks up to you and tells you I'm a rapist or I'm gay or I'm a bad person, that's who that person is. And they're trying to distract you from them by pointing the finger at me and using a large group of people, gay people, to say the same thing, so you have the opinion that they must be telling the truth. That's what we grew up thinking, that if lots of people say the same thing together, they must be telling the truth, right? And if no one's around to stop bad things from happening, these people who are supposed to stop bad things from happening, these people, the city hall, and where else? The state capitol, legislators, are supposed to stop bad things from happening. But instead, they allow it to happen because they know how weak they are. They know they can easily be hurt. So they represent strength, but in reality, they know they're very weak. So any decisions they make has to represent the reality. Well, the truth is, I can die easily trying to help somebody or doing the right thing. So they don't. I choose to tell, niggas. I choose to tell on gay people. Because I know my value, and I know humanity's value, and I know that we have purpose, which gay people believe we don't have purpose. Gay people believe there's no purpose to humanity. There's no point in living. But in fact, we have an incredible purpose. And we have and they know that even if we did have a purpose, there's no way to achieve that purpose. Well, I learned how to do that too. So I learned what humanity's purpose was, and I learned how to achieve it. So to achieve humanity's purpose, you have to get stronger first. You have to grow closer to gravity first. You have to advance weightlifting first. Before you can explore space, before you can enjoy life, you have to get stronger. So first you grow up, you gain your freedom, and then you work towards getting stronger so you can slow down the time you live to exist. And you have to gain your freedom first because we're human. We chose to grow up, be bigger, acknowledge our existence, and have a bit of freedom everywhere we move. So if we simply got stronger right away, we wouldn't be able to have that freedom. We'd be very small people, very close to the ground, and there'd be no life, we'd have no life. So gay people decide, so humanity's purpose is to get your freedom, gain your freedom, grow up, have a great life, learn everything you can, learn everything you want to learn, and then choose to get stronger. go in that direction, go in that field, go move in that direction mentally. But they forgot that physically you can do the same thing. You can grow up, have lots of great life experience, and then physically get stronger so you can slow down the time that you have on earth. You can have years of life, longer life on earth. So this parking officer is gay. I remember seeing him when I lived downtown. He's actually gay. He's walking like he's gay. He's just showing me he's gay. He wants to be publicized. Gay people like to be in his recording tapes too. They want to make everyone believe years from now that everyone in the community was always gay. So all the history videos you see, people who are gay like to be in those videos so that other people had the idea that throughout civilization, American civilization, people were always gay. Do I have enough time? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Were you about to write me a ticket?
We're about to leave, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. Holy shit, that gay dude couldn't write me a ticket. Oh, but anyways. So, yeah, that's gay people. And I gotta go. I just told you guys a lot. I told you guys that's what? No, that's not it. The dude's gonna write me a ticket. Holy shit. I gotta go. I'm gonna leave. But that's gay people. You guys, I'm gonna post this in a second. I just told there are implants in my body, an implant in my body, and gay people rape and torture people with those implants for sex. You know the purpose. Oh, humanity's purpose. So I was talking about humanity's purpose. So humanity's purpose, you get stronger, you grow closer to gravity, you have a great life, you live a long time, and you get to experience everything you see for a greater period of time. And you get gifts of strength, speed, stamina, density, and all these incredible and flight. Maybe flight. If you get strong enough in your lifetime, you can fly. But it's most likely going to be a gift for your child, your grandchild, or your great-grandchild, because we can't get stronger faster. Well, so if you get stronger and you have sex with a woman's superpowers is in a bonus area. She can compress energy into a smaller area than any human on Earth could do. So women have a smaller area they can work with to improve life. And humans, no matter the way we weightlift, we'd have to do it in the same area or a larger area. Women can improve life in smaller areas. So it will probably require like a bonus. It'd be a bonus from a gift from gravity, a bonus to be able to fly. And it requires lots of power. A child born with incredible, highly compressed energy inside their bodies. So I probably won't be able to do it in my lifetime because I'm not that. I probably don't have enough time. Right? It'll probably require lots of time to exercise and then get stronger. So it'd probably be something that we start on that journey, and the first kid who can fly using magnetic field, like a magnetic pad or something. You're gonna need magnets. You can't just lift off the ground. You're gonna need a magnet to start with. But that grandchild or your great grandchild would be born with incredible strength and density and speed and stamina, and within their lifetime, a magnetic field either they're born with would improve, or they're born with it, improved magnetic field. And that kid, anywhere he went near a magnet, would be able to fly. But anyways, like I was saying, so gay people like to harass, torture, and use an implant to hurt people. And I'm here to tell on those people. I came to tell. And I came to point out a flaw in society is where police officers believe in the illusion of strength more than they believe in the reality of strength. The reality of strength would be to admit that this officer was wrong. That is the reality of strength. To stand up in front of a victim and say, hey, our officer was wrong. That's a sign of strength. But they believe in the illusion of strength is better than the reality of strength. That these officers are weak and they do bad things to people. And there's nothing anyone else can do about it. That's the reality of strength. So that's the second police department. This is the second police department I've gone to where people won't admit to the wrongdoings of their police officers. That's incredible. Everywhere else you go, when people, they're open to a lawsuit. Who cares about the money? You're supposed to think about being strong. So the money is irrelevant. The lawsuit is irrelevant. What is relevant is the way people feel, how safe people feel, which is what we pay police departments so much money for. We pay these officers $80,000, $100,000 a year, way more than the delivery guy over at Amazon, or way more than I make or anybody else makes. We pay these people so much money to make us feel safe, and these people just decide to be weak. You're getting paid to do the right thing. You're getting paid a lot of money to be strong. And these cops wake up every morning and they don't even lift weights. They go work 12 hours. I did it. I worked 12 hours. You know what I did after work? I went to the gym. I went to the gym for an hour. And I know that after you do that for a while, you can cut back. You can cut back to a half hour. You don't have to be in there for that long. So I did it. These cops could do the same thing, and they could actually be stronger. So we could feel even safer. We paid these cockroaches so much money, they should be a lot stronger. But they don't. They decide to break the law and hurt people and rape people, help others rape people using intimidation and police. And they're using their resources to help intimidate someone to join the gay community. Or they hide from reality. The reality of a poor officer's decision, oh, fuck yourself, is something that gay people like to do. And those are weak police officers. I'm not having sex with gay people. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna post this in a second. And I gotta pick up they just told me in my ears, you gotta go to Middleton to pick up the case that what do you call it? I gotta go to Middleton to pick up something that has to do with the case of that they charged me with disorderly conduct for saying go fuck yourself to a police officer because there was a child nearby. And that makes it illegal. That's not true. It's still not illegal. Now, I don't want to be a lawyer. They just told me these cops are doing all these things to you because they want you to be a lawyer someday. The community you live in are giving you horrible life experiences because they want you to be a lawyer. I have no intentions of being a lawyer. So I'm telling. I am telling. I'm telling. And I gotta go. All right, guys, I gotta go.